Sitting up nice and straight, softly closing your eyes. And gently tuning in with your breath. As you inhale, feel your belly coming out. As you exhale, feel your belly coming in. And once you've tuned in with your breath, take a moment and consciously start your Vinyasa practice. Setting your intention for the day or class. See your intention clearly. See it with detail. And see it as a normal part of your life. You are here for your practice and your practice alone. Letting go of any comparisons you may have to previous classes, content you've seen online, and your own self-expectations. And instead, turning your awareness inward and trusting your breath will guide you. When you're ready, softly opening your eyes, and we'll begin our warm-up. to start out by coming into a cross-legged seated position. Continuing to build on our regular warm-up series of asanas. On your inhale, raise your arms up above your head. And on your exhale, finding your seated side stretch. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up to center. Exhale, coming down to the right hand or elbow. Reaching up and over through your arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, find a seated twist to the left. Keeping your right hand with the palm open, core tucked in, and looking over your back shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to center, raise your arms. And as you exhale, turn to the right side. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to center, raise your arms. On your exhale, tilting forward, you may come down to your hands, your forearms, or down towards the mat, your choice. Holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lifting up, raise your arms. Exhale, lean back onto your hands. Maybe your fingers are forward, maybe they're out to the side. Either way, and lifting your hips off the mat. Either keeping your chin to your chest or leaning your head back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring your hips down to the mat. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders, and arms. And exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Switching your legs, so you're in cross-leg position on the other side. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, down to the left side for seated side stretch. Coming down to your hand or elbow, holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, up to center. Exhale, down to the right side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, twist to the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to center, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to center. This time, bring your hands down behind your hips first and prepare to lift up off the mat. Lifting up, either keeping your chin to your chest or leaning back. Holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring your hips down to the mat. Inhale, lift your heart, arms, and head. Exhale, tucking in your core, folding. Options for coming down to your hands, elbows, or head. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart and take a moment to reflect on your intention. See your intention clearly. See it with detail. And see it as a normal part of your life. When you're ready, softly opening your eyes and coming into your tabletop. From your tabletop, today we're going to start by sliding forward and backward, massaging our wrists and our shoulders. So we want to keep our torso activated instead of slouching down into the arms. Try pressing your hands away and lifting your heart off the mat, keeping your core slightly engaged. On your inhale, slide your shoulders either towards your wrists or slightly past them, keeping your upper back active. And as you exhale, pull your hips back towards your heels without bending your spine, keeping your core tucked in. Inhale, come forward, shoulders coming slightly past the wrists. Keep your upper body engaged, avoid sinking into the shoulders. Exhale, pulling your hips back, core stays tucked in, spine stays long. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, come to tabletop. Once you're in a nice neutral tabletop, we're going to explore some lateral flexion. So lateral flexion is very much like our seated side stretch, but here we're going to do it in tabletop. So we're going to turn to the left side, keeping your spine flat, hips over your knees, and looking towards your back leg. Don't forget, keep your left elbow turning into the middle of your body. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, turning to the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to center. Second round, exhale, coming to the left side. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, turning to the right side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to your tabletop. From your tabletop, exhaling into your puppy pose. Gently walking your hands forward, feeling that movement in your shoulders and upper back, while also opening your heart center. Maybe your hands reach forward, maybe your elbows come down, maybe your heart and chin come down to the mat, finding the version that works for you today. Holding here, keeping your core tucked in and your arms active. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come forward, find your forearm plank. Keeping your core tucked in and your heart lifting up away from the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up your hips and walk your feet forward for dolphin. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, bring your knees down. Inhale, coming up to tabletop. Grounding into your hands. Exhale, come back, find your downward facing dog. Looking at something on your mat, holding your gaze and reflecting on your intention. On your inhale, looking at something in between your hands. And when you're ready, step or jump to your half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Raise your arms nice and high. Exhale, bring your hands down to the side for mountain. Good. We're going to do a little more warm up before we come into our sun salutation. So inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. From your forward fold, we're going to do some work with our breath in our forward folds. So on your inhale, you'll come halfway up. As you exhale, you'll come all the way down towards the mat. Inhale, halfway up, and we will continue. All right, I'll give you cues, and we'll move through it together. Starting in your forward fold, as low down as you feel comfortable. Preparing for your inhale, and inhaling halfway up. Exhale down. 1, inhale up. Exhale down. 2, inhale up. Exhale down. 3, move in the hips and your back. Inhale up. Exhale down. 4, inhale up. Exhale down. 5, inhale up. Exhale down. 6, inhale up. Exhale down. 7, inhale up. Exhale down. 8, inhale up. Exhale down. 9, inhale up. Exhale down. 10, almost there. Inhale up. Exhale down. 11, inhale up. Exhale down. 12, inhale up. Exhale down. 13, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last one. Keep breathing. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Fold forward. Let your body hang heavy, and maybe give yourself a bit of a wiggle left and right. Just noticing where you're feeling it. Noticing your breath. And bring your focus back to your breath. All right, let's move on to our next one. Some wonderful options here for props. If you have blocks, you might want to place your hands on your blocks. We're going to prepare for a single leg lift behind us. So we're going to start by grounding into our right foot by squeezing the toes firmly, lifting our left toes off the mat. As you inhale, lift your leg up behind you. As you exhale, bring it down. Options for using the blocks on number 3, number 2, number 1, or no blocks at all. And if you're using no blocks, try and be on your fingertips unless you can fold and keep your spine long and somewhat flat. All right? So, grounding into the right leg, lifting your left toes off the mat. When you're ready, inhale, lift up, exhale, down. 1, inhale, up, exhale, down. 2, inhale, up, exhale, down. 3, really push those heels back, ladies. Inhale, up, exhale, down. 4, inhale, up, exhale, down. 5, inhale, up, exhale, down. 6, inhale, up, exhale, down. 7, keep your legs long. Inhale, up, exhale, down. 8, inhale, up, exhale, down. 9, inhale, up, exhale, down. 10, switch sides, firmly ground into your left foot. Lifting your right toes off the mat. Keep your core tucked in and looking at something straight down in front of you. Don't look around, just look at one spot. Preparing, inhaling, right leg coming up. Exhale, down. 1, inhale, up. Exhale, down. 2, inhale, up. Exhale, down. 3, inhale, up. Exhale, down. 4, inhale, up. Exhale, down. 5, inhale, up. Keep your feet flexed. Exhale, down. 6, inhale, up. Exhale, down. 7, inhale, up. Exhale, down. 8, inhale, up. Exhale, down. 9, inhale, up. Exhale, down. 10, very good. All right, take a moment, pedal through your knees. Maybe sway your hips side to side. On your inhale, very slowly rounding your spine as you come up, taking maybe 4 or 5 breaths. Let your arms hang heavy, rounding bit by bit. Awesome. Hands on your hips, elbows slightly tucked into the side. Same, this time with the legs forward. Grounding into your right leg. On your inhale, we're going to flex our foot, lift our left leg up. Exhale, down. 1. Inhale, up. And repeat. Really important here that you look straight ahead at eye level. It's easy to lose your balance if you're looking around. Okay? Grounding into your right leg, core is tight. Chest is lifted, eyes are fixed at one point. On your inhale, left leg up. Exhale down. 1, inhale up. Exhale down. 2, inhale up. Keep your feet flexed. Exhale down. 3, inhale up. Exhale down. 4, inhale up. Exhale down. 5, inhale up. Exhale down. 6, inhale up. Exhale down. 7, inhale up. Exhale down. 8, inhale up. Exhale down. 9, inhale up. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. Take a moment, pedal out your knees, sway your hips. Maybe give yourself a little twist or whatever else you need. Preparing for the other side. Grounding into your left foot, keeping your right foot flexed as you inhale to lift up. Okay, so we want the toes pointing as much back as you can. Holding, preparing to inhale. On your inhale, lifting up. Exhale down. 1, inhale up. Exhale down. 2, inhale up. Exhale down. 3, inhale up. Exhale down. 4, inhale up. Exhale down. 5, inhale up. Exhale down. 6, inhale up. Exhale down. 7, inhale up. Exhale down. 8, inhale up. Keep breathing with it. Exhale down. 9, last one. Inhale up. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. Shake out your legs. Release your arms. Return to your breath. All right. Hopefully your hips are a little more warmed up. Your hamstrings are a little loosened up. Let's prepare for our sun salutation. Starting in mountain pose. Inhale, lift your arms up high. Exhale, fold forward, coming down towards the mat. Inhale, lift halfway up, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold, and come back to your chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. Exhale for down dog. Holding your down dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, step or hop to your half forward fold. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rising all the way up, arms nice and high. Exhale, bring your arms to the side for mountain pose. Second round of sun salutation A, this time English and Sanskrit. Inhale, raise your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale for Down Dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Holding here. 1, Aika, 2, Dvi, 3, Trini, 4, Tatpadi, 5, Pancha. Inhale, come to your half forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, rising all the way up, arms high. Ardha or Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bring your arms to the side. Take a moment, shake it out, and reflect on your intention. From your mountain pose, we're going to keep building on the other asanas we've been experimenting with. Starting with your left leg, step back for your high lunge. Inhale, raise your arms up. Strong in the core. Checking that you're on the balls of your feet on your back foot. Core is tight, heart is lifted, shoulders back. Holding here. 5, 4, 3. Keep your back leg strong. 2, 1. When you're ready, open to the side for Warrior 2. Strong in your Warrior 2. Keep your front knee bent. Looking past your middle finger. Squeeze your shoulders behind your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From your Warrior 2, coming into your reverse warrior. Wrap your back arm around your waist or place it on your thigh, not your knee. Raise your front arm up. Holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From your reverse warrior, find your triangle. Straightening your front leg, bring your hand down to your shin, ankle, or to the mat, raising your top arm overhead. Keep your core tight. Additional options here for extending your arm over your head if you want to open your arm and shoulders a little bit further. Holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, up to Goddess. Strong in your Goddess, grounding through the feet, lifting up through the pelvis all the way through to your third eye and crown. 3, 2, 1. From your Goddess pose, turn to the other side of your mat, finding your high lunge. Again, we're strong in the back leg. Depending on how much you want to bend your front knee, that's a great option. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, opening up, Warrior 2. Feel your hips coming down. Keep that front knee nice and bent. Looking past your middle finger. You ladies are doing great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, reverse warrior. Wrap your arm around the back of your waist or bring it to your back thigh. Lifting your arm up front. reverse warrior, straightening your front leg and coming down to your extended your extended triangle. Shoulders are stacked. Your hand can be on your shin, your calf, your ankle. It's fine. Top arm can be up overhead or reaching over your head. Whichever one works best for you. Holding here. 3 or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last asana. Inhale up to goddess. Holding your goddess, core tight, elbows out. 5, 4, 3. Breathe into it. 2, 1. When you're ready, turn back to the front of your mat. Step your legs forward. Mountain pose. Pedal through your knees. Shake your hips. Do what you need to do. From your mountain pose, we're going to find a little bit of standing balance. We're going to ground into our right leg. Start by lifting our left leg off the mat, crossing our thigh over, then wrapping our leg around. Maybe you find your full eagle legs today. Maybe it's half your eagle legs. No problem. Find the one that works. Then find your eagle arms. All right. Keeping your elbows at approximately shoulder height, core tucked in, maintaining your balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Listen closely, please. Keep your eagle arms and extend your left leg back for warrior 3 with eagle arms. Left leg comes back. Fold and hold your eagle arms. Warrior 3 with eagle. It's all about the focus. Keep your eyes strong, fixed on one thing. Doesn't matter how far down you come. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully come back to your eagle. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, up to chair pose. Finding your chair, lengthening through your low spine by extending through the tailbone, keeping your shoulders clear of your ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, eagle. Mm-hmm. 3, 2, 1. Maintain your eagle arms. Send your right leg back for warrior 3 and add your tilt. Move slowly and consciously. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back. Find your eagle. Keep your elbows lifted and your core engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for chair pose. 5, 4, doing good, ladies. 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, fold forward and come into your tabletop. Find your own way, take your time. Once you're in your tabletop, freely move around. Maybe a few cat-cows, maybe a little lateral flexion, maybe some stillness or a child's pose. Just noticing where you're at right now and see how your body can change in just a few minutes from where you were when we first did this asana. On your exhale, push back and find a downward facing dog. Keep your shoulders active and clear of your ears. Keep your pelvis tilting forward in between your legs and your core tucked in. When you're ready, lift your left leg up high, but keep your knee pointing down to the mat, finding your 3-leg down dog. Holding here, strong in the hands, shoulders, core, and flexing your foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your inhale, come to plank and bring your left knee close to your nose. Plank with knee to nose. See if you can make them touch. Maybe, maybe not. Exhale, 3-leg down dog. Same side. Holding here. 3, 2, 1. On your next exhale, come forward into plank, knee to nose. Holding here. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to 3-leg down dog. Left leg stays up. 3, 2, 1. You got this. Last one. Exhale, come to plank. Bring your knee towards your nose. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. Left leg up high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up high, 3-leg downward dog. Keep your knee pointing to the mat, your feet are flexed. On your exhale, bring your knee to your nose in plank or towards. Holding here, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3-leg down dog with your right leg up high. 3, 2, 1. On your exhale, plank with your knee to your nose. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. Right leg up high. 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, plank with your knee to your nose. 3, 2, 1. All right, you did it. Back to your 3-leg down dog. Leg up high just for a second. And exhale, down to downward facing dog. Take a moment and return to your child's pose. Holding here, noticing the sensations in your shoulders, noticing the sensations in your hips, and directing your breath and energy to whichever place needs it most. On your inhale, coming forward and finding your reverse corpse, lying on your belly, hands stacked underneath your forehead. When you're ready, bring your arms to the side in a cactus position. That is a 90-degree bend at your shoulder level, or as close to your shoulder level as you feel is a good stretch. Keeping your arms engaged, literally flexing your muscles, keeping your hands engaged, lift only your chest off the mat. Inhale, lift up, holding here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring your chest down to the mat. All right, we're going to go for a couple more rounds. This time, try not to flex your butt in order to lift your chest. Use your spine. See if you can relax your butt while lifting through the spine. Inhale, lifting up. Holding here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, coming down. This time, as you inhale, you will lift up, but now keeping your butt relaxed and lifting through your spine and inhaling into your belly to help you push up even further. Third round for a count of 10 on your inhale, coming up, holding here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, coming down. Take a moment, turn your head to one side or the other, and take a rest. Notice where you feel it in your body, and send your breath to that place. Switch your head to the other side. We're going to go for another set. This time we will move with an inhale and exhale. On the inhale, we will lift up, lifting the chest and potentially part of your belly off the mat. And on the exhale, coming back down. All right, so if you need a demo, I'll demo for you here. Trying to keep your arms at cactus level. There we go, that's better. All right, so using your belly and your spine to lift off the mat. Coordinating your movement and your breath. Preparing. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. 1. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 2. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 3. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 4. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 5. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 6. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 7. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 8. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 9. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And 10. Very good. Take a moment, push back for your child's pose. When you're ready, coming up to your tabletop. Taking a moment, finding some free movement. Again, noticing the evolution that your body has gone through in just a few moments. Perhaps you're feeling heat somewhere. Maybe you're feeling less stiffness or tension. Maybe you're feeling less aches. Maybe you're feeling that your body has been exercised. Whatever you're feeling, simply notice it. When you're ready, raise your right arm up high towards the ceiling and look up at your thumb or towards your right side. On your exhale, thread your needle and bring your shoulder and ear down to the mat. Options for keeping your left hand on the mat or bring your left hand up high. Options to hold here or wrap your arm around your waist. Holding and maintaining your breath, keeping your top arm elbow and shoulder opening to the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your inhale, raise your top hand up high. On your exhale, bring your hand down to the mat, somewhere around your shoulder. And on your next inhale, press into your hand and raise your right arm back up high. Holding here, reaching up through your hand, opening your shoulder for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, down for tabletop. Inhale, raise your left arm up high, looking past your thumb to the ceiling. On your exhale, bring your left hand down and thread your needle with your shoulder and ear coming towards the mat. Options for holding your right hand where it is, or raising your right arm up high to the ceiling and looking past your thumb. Options for holding here or wrapping your arm around your waist and opening your elbow and shoulder a little bit more. Holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, raise your top arm up high. As you exhale, bring your hand down to the mat, somewhere around your shoulder. On your inhale, press into your right hand and lift your left arm all the way up to the ceiling and look past your thumb, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With your exhale, bring your hand down to the mat. On your inhale, find your cow pose. Tilt your pelvis forward in between your thighs, press your belly down to the mat, and lift your chin up to the ceiling. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your exhale, tuck in your tailbone, round your spine and tuck in your belly, and bring your chin towards your chest. Cat pose. 5, 4, really press those hands down. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, second round, finding your cow pose. Go a little bit further, feel your body opening. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, find your cat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, come back, find a nice neutral tabletop. From here, second round of puppy pose. Walking your hands forward, keeping your awareness on your shoulders and your hips. Maybe you bring your elbows down to the mat or to some blocks. If you're feeling like you're opening, maybe bringing your heart and your chin down to the mat. Either way, keep your core tucked in. Holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, gently coming back, finding your forearm plank. Core stays tight, hips are at shoulder level. Holding here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, hips up, walk forward, find your dolphin. 5, 4, 3, breathe into it, you got it. 2, 1. See if you can press into your hands and come back to downward facing dog. Aha, nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, come to plank. Holding your plank. 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, walk your feet forward from plank and find your standing forward fold. Just take a moment here and relax. Looking behind you, use this new upside down perspective to reflect on your intention in a new way. Perhaps slightly rocking side to side, maybe adding a gentle forward and backward rock. Placing your hands on your mat. If you need to bend your knees, that's fine. Spreading your feet slightly further than hip distance apart with your feet pointing out. Prepare to come down for your wide squat with hands in prayer. If you'd like to do something a little more active, feel free to find your bear pose. Bear pose is very similar, except instead of having your hips down towards your heels, you extend your arms and lengthen through your spine by bending your knees a little less. Okay? Whichever one feels right for you. 5, 4, 3, reach forward through those hands. Push back through the tailbone. 2, 1. When you're ready, slowly come down into your tabletop. Shake it out, sway your hips, do what you need to do. Excellent. From your tabletop, we're gently going to cross our ankles and come back into a seated pose. If you'd like to come in to seated pose from another, in a different transition, that's great too. Find the one that works for you. From your seated pose, inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, seated twist to the left. Keep your heart sitting up or lifting upright, core tucked in, looking behind you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your back hand further behind you. Maybe bring your elbow down towards the mat or to the blocks. From here, raise your top arm over your head. 5, 4, keeping that space around your shoulders nice and clear. 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming back upright. Both hands back up, facing the front. Find your seated twist to the right side. Holding here, keeping your heart lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your back arm and raise your front arm over your head. Maybe your arm is just coming up, maybe it's coming over. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, slowly come back upright. Keep your arms up. If it's okay for you, switch your legs with your arms up. Otherwise, lower them down to quickly switch. Twisting to the left side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leaning back, finding the second, deeper version of your twist, whatever shape that looks like. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your inhale, slowly coming up, back to center, arms up high. Find your seated twist over to the right side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, coming back down, finding your twist a little bit deeper this time. Again, see where you're at in this version of the asana and make the shape that's right for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your inhale, slowly coming back upright. With your arms up high, undo your legs and extend them in front of you. Tilt your pelvis forward, and as you exhale, reach for your feet. Remember, your core is tucked in, your heart is pressing down towards your legs, and the crown of your head and your hands are reaching forward towards your feet. Core in, heart down, head and hands reaching ahead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your inhale, lift all the way up. Keep your arms extended. If you need to slide your butt in a way that makes it easier for you to come down, try and do that without using your hands. If you need to use your hands, go for it. Core tight, lift your heart. Exhale, fold forward even further this time. Arms extended. You should feel it from your heels to your hips, to your head, to your hands. Reaching in all directions, don't forget, flex your toes, keep them strong. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, keep your arms extended, lift up using your spine. With your arms up high, reach back behind you, bring your hands down to the mat. So your palms should come down to the mat, fingers facing forward. If that's not comfortable, turn your fingers up to the side. All right, legs are together. Point your toes as much as you feel comfortable. Trying not to use your butt, but rather your hands and your thighs lift up for upward facing plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, coming down. All right, butt on the mat. Now, this time, bring your forearms down to the mat and your hands underneath your butt for fish pose. If you can do it coming from the previous asana, great. If you want to lie down and then come into the asana, that's a nice option too. 10. Heart is lifting up, core tucked in, head leaning back. 9, 8. Feel yourself lifting through your elbows. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your exhale, coming all the way down to your mat. Relax your spine. When you're ready, gently hug your knees to your chest. If you'd like to keep your spine flat, that's a wonderful option. If you'd like to round your spine, that's also a wonderful option. If you'd like to rock side to side, great. Feel free to do that. When you're ready, spread your arms out wide to the side. Then bring your legs down to whichever side feels most open first. If your legs come down to the left side, your head is turning to the right, and vice versa. Holding. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to center with both your knees and your head. As you exhale, switch sides. Bring your legs to the other side. Bring your head to the other side. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to center. Exhale, extend your legs and come into your Shavasana. Holding here. Take this opportunity and allow your body to deeply relax. And let yourself gently settle into the earth beneath you. you set your intention for the day, use this opportunity to reflect on it. Otherwise, close your intention for the class. Consciously closing your Vinyasa practice. Starting to wiggle your fingers and toes as you wake up from this deep rest. On your inhale, stretching your arms and pointing your toes. And as you exhale, turn to the side and find the fetal position. And on your inhale, push yourself upright to seated pose with your hands in prayer. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all enjoy their life. Namaste. And when you're ready, softly opening your eyes to the rest of your day. Wonderful. Thank you for joining us in asana today.